Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome today. Welcome to my channel. I am here to give you some words from these oracle cards that I pulled just a moment ago. First, I want to say welcome to the Totally Rorree channel. I am Rorree and Rorree. That's how you pronounce it. I was just playing when I said Rorree. But anyway, please definitely like and subscribe if you're here listening to me today, and definitely share if you find that the message will reach somebody else and maybe be able to help somebody else. This community is about helping people, uplifting people, and helping women to be the best them that they can possibly be. That is the goal of this platform. That is the goal of the programs that we are moving into for this new year. The program that we're working towards is called I Choose Me. So every time I give you some tidbits daily, I want you to use these things to develop yourself, to help yourself transform into the best you that you can possibly be. That way you can receive the things that you desire. You can receive the desires of your heart. But first you have to be clear about what it is that you want to receive. Excuse me, I want to light this a little bit more. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. So some cards kind of popped out today, and they are some wonderful cards. And let's see what they're talking about. All right, so we're going to do our oracle session. I also pulled some, I didn't pull them, but I allowed some Lenormand cards to pop out as well to give some clarity to where we are going with this message. So let's see. One of the cards that came out was the villain card, and it says you can always rewrite your story. And I thought that was so cute because oftentimes we feel like we are pinned to our past, like we have to be, a product of our past. I mean, I know we are. I know we've learned from our past. We've learned, we've grown, and we developed from our past, but we don't have to allow the past to be our present. Oftentimes we can talk about a situation in the past, and we talk about it as though the situation is happening right now, but it happened yesterday. It happened in yesterday. It happened when we were a kid, whenever it happened, but we speak about it as though it's happening right now. And my thing is, you can always rewrite your story. Just because you were a victim of something doesn't mean that that's who you have to forever be. You can grow from that experience and become and transform into a greater version, a better version of yourself. Rewrite your story. Just like some of these stars, they rewrite themselves all the time. Artists, we rewrite ourselves. We rewrite by rewriting programs. We may rebrand ourselves. We might have been one type of person at first, and now we're rebranding ourselves and we're this different type of person. Rewrite your story. Stop living in the past. Stop living in your trauma. Stop living in whatever has burdened you in your past. It is our past is for us to learn from. We learn from our trials and our tribulations. We learn from the things that we have gone through, grown through in our lives. They're there to teach us. They're there to help us to grow. Now, oftentimes we sabotage our experiences because we don't grow. We don't rewrite our story. We just live in the doldrums, and then we sabotage our own stuff. If you know that a situation is an issue for you, well, you might want to work on that, heal that situation, work around that. Even like if you know that you're not an organized person, but you want to do XYZ, you may have to work on becoming more organized so that you can do XYZ. At one point, I used to procrastinate all the time. Procrastination, it really, to me, procrastination is a step in, like, it's a good foot into a bad destination to me, because you're putting off little things. So I remember with my group, and this was years ago, we went through a book called The Power of Focus. And so I taught from this book, and I'm like, look, you know, whatever I learned for myself, I always give back to everybody else. And we had to work on certain things. So I created charts from the book and everything. And I actually used a lot of this in my Recipe for Prosperity program and the retreats that we had, because we had a retreat every week for 5 weeks. And it was something. That program had its transformation, and now it's all online. But anyway, procrastination, I would teach everybody that if there was a situation, if there was something, a task that you have to do, and it only takes less than 2 minutes to do that task, do it now. If you're, because and the reason why you do it now is because if you put off this little task that takes less than 2 minutes, and well, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Why? Like, why you can't do it right now? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that you're doing right now that prevents you from doing that little task? And I try to teach this to my daughter. I even teach this to my mother. And but this is something I had to learn for me. And so now, like, I don't put off little tasks. I do them now. I do them right now. Like I would see people, like, they'll bring the groceries in the house, right? And they'll put them over there. Why you don't just put them away? You know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of that? And then it'd be hours. Do you heard of foodborne illness? Like, food ain't supposed to be just sitting out for hours, especially certain types of food. And or let's say, like, I'll see somebody, they'll do something, like, let's say there's this, like a lighter, okay? So the lighter goes right here, right? Right here. But you're right here, the lighter goes right here, and you walk in and you put the lighter right here versus right here. So let's put the lighter right here. And then you go do whatever you got to do, but the lighter still has to go over there. So now you're going to come back and have to, like, that's 2 steps. Like, why you want to do 2 steps? And this is, I mean, that's how, I'm just not trying to put nobody on blast, but that's how I explain it. Like, why don't you just do the whole thing versus doing a piece of the thing? Like, what sense does that make to put off something that would take an extra minute? Why are you going to put that off? Because the next thing you're going to do is forget that you were supposed to do it. Like, so do the little things right now. People that have attention deficit disorder and things of that nature, you definitely need to be doing the little things right now, because you're going to forget later. You're going to forget that you were supposed to do the thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, and I'm talking about that because that was one of the things that came up, procrastination. And procrastination it's one way that you self-sabotage. You sabotage what it is that you're supposed to have. Sometimes you sabotage what you're supposed to have because you don't work on yourself. Sometimes your emotional state may be out of whack because you haven't worked on yourself. You don't eat right. You don't drink right. You don't drink enough water. Oftentimes, if you don't drink enough water, your body becomes dehydrated and your mood becomes lower. When you drink, when your body is fully hydrated, you're at a better space. You just are. How do I know that? Somebody that I was working with, I was like, I don't know why I feel low right now. And he said, have you drank any water today? I haven't drank any water. Drink some water. And I drank some water. Well, damn, I feel better. My body was dehydrated. You know what I mean? So it's very important to hydrate your body and look at yourself in the mirror and see, what kind of ways am I sabotaging things for myself? And it's important that you do this because those of you who are watching this, you're moving into a great place, okay? And you need to not sabotage it, because those of you who are watching, you also have an ability to sabotage what it is you're going for. One of the things that you do is you procrastinate. Okay? One of the things that you do is you have too much pride. Sometimes you can have so much pride that you don't ask for help. Sometimes you will cut off your nose to spite your face. You rather, and before I give in to this, I'd rather cut my nose off. You know what I mean? Like, before you rather admit that you were wrong about something, you rather suffer. The hell sense does that make? Admit that you're wrong. Who cares? You know what I mean? Release all of that. Release the pride. Take the mask off. Enjoy your life. Let go. Laugh at yourself. You know what I'm saying? But these are the ways that you sabotage your scenarios. Also, the last way that you might be sabotaging yourself is by not being teachable and coachable. That was one thing that I had to learn. Am I coachable? And everybody that works with me has to be coachable, because I don't do well when you're not coachable. If you're not coachable, why are you here? Because you're wasting my time if you're not coachable, because all of this is about being coachable. All of this is about learning. When a person is talking to you, are you always saying, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. You always, well, why are we here? If you know every damn thing, then you should be talking to me then. I should be paying you then if you know everything. You know what I mean? So do you find yourself doing that though? Even if you're doing it in your head, are you saying, I know, I know, I know? Okay, Miss I know everything, or Mr. I know everything, whoever's watching today. So if you know everything, then you're probably not coachable and you're not teachable. For real, for real. If you think you know every damn thing, because you don't. Because none of us know everything. Okay, none of us human beings on this planet know everything. Even those people who went and looked at Project Looking Glass don't know everything. Okay, because they might have seen something, but they might not see the whole journey to get into the something. Just like intuitives, just like me. Sometimes I will know this answer. I will know what the end looks like for you. I will know what your journey's end looks like, but I might not know what the Joker look like going to the end. Okay. I might just know that at the end, there's going to be some heartbreak. At the end, he or she's going to do this. At the end, you're going to have this. At the end, you're going to have all the blessings, everything that you desire, right? But I might not know every step of the way to getting to the end. I might just see the end. But that's not everybody knows everything, okay? So you have to take all of that ego and sometimes put it aside so that you can grow and learn and move to the next level. And even when you get to the next level, and you know a little bit more, there might come a time when you still need to grow and learn. So you have to be teachable. You sometimes you're the leader and sometimes you're the student, and you have to know how to be in both roles. Sometimes, like, I'm learning new things, and I have new teachers that work with me, new coaches, and everybody, new different people that work with me. And in those settings, I'm the student. So I'm learning. I'm like, okay, got my new, I'm learning. Okay. And then in other areas, I'm the teacher. So I'm teaching. But in all areas, I am willing to learn. You know what I mean? So we all have to be coachable and teachable and put our ego aside, and not be so haughty, like, every darn thing, and be willing to receive and be open. All right. So the other card that was pulled, before I tell you this spread that's coming for you guys, is that you have to have willpower. You have to have the willpower to be able to do what you need to do for yourself. For yourself, excuse me. You have to have it within. You can't always need somebody to encourage you to do something. You have to have motivation from within. And sometimes we don't have that because we don't eat right. Our mood is low, we're depressed. Our vibration is not high enough. We've let some low vibrating entities in, or whatever the case may be. So you've got to work on your willpower, your strength within, to do what it is that you need to do for yourselves, to make yourselves happy, to love yourself enough so that you don't settle for bullshit. So having willpower, and tap into that. Think about it, and what can you do to develop the willpower for yourself? You know, eating better, stuff like that, raising your mood helps you to want to do things for yourself. But sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone. Success does not lie within your comfort zone. It lies within your uncomfortable zone. Okay. So if you want to have success, if you want some changes, if you want great changes, if you want great things in life, if you want to live on mediocre boulevard, then whatever, go on and eat your chocolate before your menses and you be act all crazy. And, if it affects you that way, do whatever you want to do. Go eat your processed food, go eat some pork, whatever, never cleanse your body or whatever, if you want to live on mediocre boulevard. But if you want success, if you want great things in life, if you want great things for yourselves and for your families, then you're going to have to do some different things. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to make some sacrifices in your life. You might not be able to be on YouTube all day. You might not be able to be on social media talking to your friends on the phone all day. If you want great things in life, you might not be able to do your job all day and all night. If you want great things in life, because most jobs, jobs, have you just over broke. Some of them have you just at broke. I call that a jab. Or some of them have you just under broke. I call that a jub. Okay. So you got a job, a jab, or a jub. But if you have any of those and you want great things in life, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. You're going to have to sacrifice time on the phone, talking to people. You might have to sacrifice going out to happy hour or whatever. You might sacrifice some time. You may have to give up some time. You might not be able to watch your favorite TV show. You might have to record it and watch it at a different time, because you have to allot this time for doing whatever that is that's going to allow you to have massive success in life. Like if you want to do a business, I used to tell people, quit your job. If you wanted to do a business, do what I did. Because what I did back in the day when I was very young, I quit my job and I moved to California and I started a business. I had a business partner and we just was making it happen. And I didn't have any responsibilities at the time except for myself and to the people that I served. But, I did that back then. But now I wouldn't tell people to do that so much, because most people have responsibilities these days. Now, if you don't have any responsibilities and you have some money saved up, well, it's a case by case scenario. But typically now I tell people, keep your job to pay your bills and just make sure you manage your time wisely. You're going to have to sacrifice and you're going to have to work hard and spend some time on your business. Do something in your business every day. You may have to do 2 things in your business every day. And I say do them first. I do the business first, then I do the job, because the business is my passion. And I don't want to be worn out when it's time to do the business, because you deal with the job. Sometimes you deal with the job all day and then you be like, oh God, I got to do the business. And then you don't feel like it. You know what I mean? So you may want to do the business first. Take a little time, do 2 things in your business every day. Figure out what those 2 things are going to be. Even if you do some business at lunchtime or something like that, if you have a lunch hour or something like that, then do it at lunch hour. Sometimes when you wait to the evening, you are like zonked, and I tell you to do it this way to keep the job and build your business, because when you don't have the money coming in and you need the job to pay the bills and and you need the business to pay the bills. So let's say you quit the job, right? And then you need the business to pay the bills and the business is not there yet where it can pay the bills, then it becomes a stressor. You're no longer passionate because you need money. You know what I mean? So then you're looking at this business like, and let's say you're in some type of a sales business or something, network marketing or direct sales or something like that, or selling homes or doing loans or something like that, whatever, where you need clients, any kind of customer-based business, you're gonna start looking at your client like with a dollar sign on their forehead, and you're gonna be like, I gotta pay my utility bill, you have to buy this. That's the energy that you're gonna be projecting, even if you're talking like this. You could be talking like this, but your energy is gonna be saying, I need some money now. I'm stressed the hell out. Why did I quit my job? That's what you're gonna be saying in your head. And your head gonna be screaming, and you're gonna be looking like this at the person, like, please buy this, please buy it. And then the people run away from you. Don't nobody want to buy from you. I'm telling you, when you need people to buy, they don't buy because they feel that desperate energy. They feel it, and they don't want to buy. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'll be cracking myself up. But anyway, so I don't suggest that you go quitting your job while you build your business. Just keep that old job to pay bills while you build your business, okay? But the spread that came out, I was like, what is this spread saying? We talking about a guy again. So, no, I'm joking. But anyway, but this spread is saying that basically you are moving towards a mate and wealth. You are moving towards both. So things are happening this week. It must be the same people watching. Because it's kind of like a theme that's going through this week, and it feels like you are slated to have great financial abundance as well as a great relationship. And this relationship is going to be a sturdy, stable relationship. The abundance is going to be sturdy and stable, and so is your relationship, okay? And you're going to have new beginnings. It's going to be you're saying goodbye to the old, out with the old and in with the new. This is spiritually and divinely inspired. This is your destiny. You are destined to have what it is that you're desiring right now. You are destined to have some additional financial abundance and a loving partner that you will be with for this lifetime, okay? Now, I don't know if this is a permanent situation. In the cards, it's not showing it yet, and I didn't go too much further because I could be doing these cards for an hour. So but anyway, it is goodbye to the old, in great things for the new, foundational things, rooted things that your ancestors, your guides, and your angels want for you. You're going to have luck. You're going to be able to touch things and they manifest. You're going to be working on yourselves so that that happens for you. You're going to be working on yourselves so that everything I touch turns to gold. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing. And all the stress of yesterday is being taken away. It's being taken away as long as you don't what? Self-sabotage. Okay. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed this oracle reading this morning or whatever time you're watching it. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so that you know when we release the videos for you guys, the content for you guys, and stay tuned for the I Choose Me program. It is coming and it is going to be amazing. Don't forget to keep your vibrations high. Listen to high frequency music. Cut the news off. News, goodbye. Okay, bye news. Don't even cut it on. It ain't nothing but negative. Okay, negative bull, and it's just a bunch of garbage. It's propaganda. I remember we learned this in high school, middle school, that the media is propaganda. So they are programming you with whatever they want you to know. They are programming you. So if you don't want somebody else controlling your thoughts, turn that shit off. Turn it off. turn that off. Turn off the news for real, for real. Okay. Negative TV, negative stuff, turn it off. You know, if you like watching TV, you want to laugh, go ahead and laugh a little bit. You know, I watch a show over here and there and laugh. You know, I even binge watch stuff sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, I watch TV. But, you know, there are different frequencies out there. We talked about this already. I've told you some things that I do to, you know, protect myself against the frequencies that are coming from the television, that are coming from the telephone, and that definitely are coming from the news. Okay, I don't even watch the news. The news that I watch is alternative news. I do not watch that crap that's on the TV, the mainstream media news. So anyway, y'all, keep your vibrations high. You can even, I told y'all before, you can breathe. You can sage yourself down, use some Palo Santo, you know, Palo Santo, wind yourself down with the Palo Santo. You just burn it for like a minute, and then the smoke that's from it, you can wind yourself down and heal your space. You know, I always do all of this, act like I'm washing with it. Okay, so you can do that with the Palo Santo to keep your vibration high. You can use some sage, like I have sage, rose, and lavender, and some other herbs in here, and I like to burn that. So you can do that to keep your vibration high. Do some breath work, listen to high frequency music, as I said already, meditate. What else can you do? Chant, whatever, dance. Dancing raises my vibration. I'm gonna tell you, I love dancing. That's my thing. I love dancing. So anyway, y'all, I know I'm going on and on. Keep your vibrations high. Okay, it's very important for you to keep your vibrations high and enjoy your journey. Ashe, ashe, ashe.